right, we're gonna try this for the third time now. The first time my internet cut out. So it is Soup Sunday and it is also Super Bowl Sunday. So heck yeah, you see it, yes you do. Don't give me any grief for it. It looks like my phone is falling. It looks like egg roll soup has won the competition. So that is what I'm going to be making today. Egg roll soup. I'm super excited. I had it before my friend made it. It was delicious. So I'm going to be showing you what I've got and what we're gonna make, and we'll get it together. Excuse my ness all over the place. You know what? Let's just put you right there. All right, egg roll soup, let's go. I am going to be using, I use my olive oil. I'm gonna be heating up these Gardein beefless grounds. They're super yummy. I never knew how to make them before and season them, but this is what I'm going to be using because we're going to be going as vegan as I can. So we're going to heat up some of our grounds. That's kind of what the beef or the pork, whichever you want to use. And while I've got that going, my other ingredients are going to be cabbage, they're going to be onions and carrots. I'm going to be using salt, pepper, my Himalayan salt I like to use. I'm also going to be using, sesame seed oil. So I'm excited about this stuff. The one thing that my friend Mary mentioned to me was using rice vinegar, and I don't have that, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use that. So I'd already cut up some of my cabbage earlier this week because I made cabbage stir fry. So I've got some more. I also shredded up my carrots, and I've got a white onion that I shredded up. So I'm starting to learn how to use this food processor to shred everything. I do have extra cabbage because I want to make more of it. So, whee! I love this thing now. Shreds everything up. I'll add more to that later. So what I plan on doing is sauteing these little crumbles. I'm gonna add my onion to it, and then I'm gonna saute my cabbage separately so that I can get that flavor absorbed in there. I have coconut oil that I'm gonna be using with that because it does, one of our recipes that I looked up calls for coconut oil. So I'm gonna try that. So who are y'all rooting for this weekend? I know some of y'all from up north, I see you, are rooting for that team who I used to watch. But since my guys aren't in it anymore, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really rooting for a team. And I don't know how the Rams got in. I keep seeing that there's maybe some controversy with it. All right, so I've got my coconut oil in there, and I'm gonna get that going. And that's what I'm gonna add my cabbage to. Once I get some more of it. So it is super rainy and gross here right now, so soup is definitely on the menu. And I just hard boiled some eggs, so I might be trying to make some deviled eggs. I've made them once before, and they're pretty tasty, but I don't know how other people make them. There we go. More cabbage. All right, my groundless little beefles are seasoning up. There goes my coconut oil. So I'm gonna start adding the cabbage beforehand. All right, get that seasoning. And once again, calls for like a chicken broth or some other broth. I'm not gonna be doing the broth. I'm definitely just gonna be doing the vegetable broth that I've used before. So, that's gonna be this guy right here. That's what I'm gonna be using. All right, my seasonings, garlic, a little bit of ginger. I don't have, unfortunately, fresh garlic. I forgot to get that at the market on Saturday. I know I could have gotten it at the store, so I'm gonna go with some garlic powder to add first. All right. Here we are. That's gonna go in with my cabbage. So I made on Friday, maybe 2 days ago, I did some cabbage, I put some rice in there, and I put an egg, and I put some onion, and I kind of made a stir fry. It was pretty tasty, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now my cabbage is coated. I'm gonna let it cook down. See my cabbage? I've got my meat crumbly over here. Smells pretty tasty. I know that most of this stuff is really all about seasonings because otherwise it tastes kind of gross. I've got my onion I'm adding. Here we are. Gonna add that and let it saute. So, are y'all clean up as you go or clean up after? I typically clean up after. My husband likes me to clean up as I go. Otherwise it makes a big mess. But you know, it is what it is, right? Alright, add a little more oil to that. We're gonna add our salt and pepper to give that a little flavor. Alright, that smells really good. If there was smell-o-vision, that would be tasty. Alright, I think I'm having trouble with my video, so I'm going to check something real quick, so hang in there with me. Alright. It says I was live. It says I'm going, but we'll see. Last time I didn't realize about 8 minutes in, I was not live anymore. So if I'm not live, then you gotta let me know. Alright, I got my cabbage. That's smelling good. This is really smelling good. Y'all should try these little beef crumbles. I know some people still like to eat their beef, and I did for a good long time, but I actually am starting to really appreciate and like these alternative crumbles. Gardein makes a really yummy little chicken strips that we've liked. Alright, so let's add the carrots now. I'm going to add them to my cabbage. There we go. Alright, so I've got my cabbage, I've got my carrots, got those sauteing in my coconut oil. I'll show y'all. Here we go. Since having my phone kind of low is not showing you much. So my carrots, my cabbage, that's sauteing down nicely. I've got my onions and my beef crumbles in here. Very nice, very nice. So instead of adding water to my, let's see, what I like to do is take my pot of water and I like to boil it, and then that's when I usually pour it into my soup. That way I don't have to sit there and wait to watch my water boil. I've already got it hot. I can mix it with my bouillon, and I can definitely, I got stuff all over the floor. I'll tell him. Everything is falling. Let's see if I can get you guys up here better. Oh, there we go. Now we get a little bit better view. Alright, so like I was saying, I usually kind of cheat a little bit and mix my bouillon with hot water beforehand, then I pour it into my soup. So we've got carrots and cabbage going. Alright, now I've got my beef crumbles and my onions going in here, and they smell really good. Alright. So really it's just a matter of combining everything when it's ready. Ah! This is such a mess. So messy. But you know, out. I think what I need to do is change it up a bit. Maybe I'll make a creamy tomato bisque or something like that. That would be pretty tasty. Alright, here we are with this. Let's add our pepper. Let's add sesame oil now. This stuff is so good whenever we make our fried rice. I don't skip out on it at all. It smells super yummy too. It almost smells like the egg roll itself now. All right, here we go. Stirring this up. Ready to add my onions and crumbles. It really is coming out a lot faster than I thought. All right, there we go with that. And now we're starting to look like the inside of an egg roll. See y'all? Ooh, hey, watch this. Ooh, watch me, watch me. There we go. Inside of an egg roll. Got my beef tip, my beefless tips here. Little crumbles, I mean. My cabbage, my carrots, my sesame oil. I've cooked some with my coconut oil. Yes, I'm saying oil. I get teased by that a lot. That's okay. All right, what else do we add? Ah, my bouillon. I need to do that. No, I don't have green onions because I don't like them. Like I will not I will not eat green onions. They're just really bad. Look, gross to me. So I'm negating that out of my soup today. All right, got my bouillon. Gonna mix it up here. I've got my hot water boiling, and I will add that in just a moment. All right, let's see. Here we go. Mixing, mixing. Now, my friend Mary makes this amazing, so if this doesn't come out to be amazing, like I think it and hope it will, then I'm just gonna leave it to her and we'll go live with her cooking this delicious because she knows what she's doing. But we'll see. I've not had any complaints on my soups thus far. And I might even dare to make deviled eggs today. I've turned out pretty good before. All right, so that's kind of mushing up. I hear my water. Let's add it in. I find that when I add water, it kind of takes away some of the flavor. So I make sure that I add a little extra. Salt, pepper, garlic. I have my onions in there. I'm super excited about this. All right, that's done. Y'all, this looks like a yummy soup now. All right, check it out, yo. Egg roll soup. So far. It just need to simmer. I need to add a few more seasonings to it. Owie, I think I got a splinter from my thing. All right, so this is what I like to do. Add a little more sesame oil. Add just a tad more salt. Now, the recipe calls for sriracha. If I feel so brave to add sriracha, I don't. So I'll add that in as I go when I give a bowl of soup out. Add a little bit more pepper. Now, if I had garlic, like I said, I would add it. The other thing I just saw was ginger. So, I've got a little shredder that I've used. Don't mind the noise, I'm just making a mess over here. Here we go. Aha! Alright, my recipe called for ginger and I just saw that, so my bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this. I got a big cube of it from the market. I'm super excited about it. And I make ginger lemon honey tea. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and add it to the soup. Yeah, that should be good enough. It's shredded. If you eat it with the soup, it shouldn't hurt too bad. Ginger by itself to me is really, whew. I know it's supposed to settle your stomach, but I can't eat that ginger from sushi restaurants. That stuff is potent. P-O-tent to me. All right, here we are. Let's stir it up a little more. Smell-o-vision would be so good right now because Oh, this smells so good. So tasty. Alrighty. I'm gonna do a little taste tester for y'all, and I know it's super hot. But I've got my crumbles in here, I have my carrot, I have my cabbage, I have onion, all my seasonings, and then I'll let you know what it needs. It needs to be cooled off before I eat it again. All right, definitely tasted the ginger. I definitely tasted the cabbage. And the carrot, surprisingly, because I thought that would lose its flavor in this water. I taste the sesame oil for sure, but I do not taste the salt. So I am going to add some liquid aminos by Bragg. We love this stuff. We put it on all sorts of things. All right. That should add a little bit of salty flavor, and that's soy, as if you're dipping that. All right, y'all. That is my soup sundae for you. I have made you egg roll soup on Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Sorry my kitchen is a mess right now. I'll put the recipe that I found below. It's off. I typically find my recipes on Pinterest, or I find them on all recipes. So I will post that in case you're interested. Once my tongue stops burning, because I just scalded it because it's super hot, I'm gonna have another little taste at this and see how it goes. If you want, you could try to make it. If you have really good soup recipes, then let me know, because I would love to make some more soups. At some point, I may make that tomato soup, but I think I want to try to make a tomato bisque. I just have to find a substitute for heavy cream, because we don't do dairy. So there may be something else that I can find out there. All right, y'all, check this soup out. Egg roll soup coming at ya on this Super Bowl Sunday, on Soup Sunday. So thank you for watching, and I will post some pictures, and if I get a hold of those deviled eggs and make them, I will let y'all know how those turn out too. Bye guys, enjoy your game. Stay dry and stay warm.